this grade is going to show you why you have a dirty grade whenever you have a project and you want to deliver, and I'll show you why this happens. So let's say you have this image, right? Now you see this image has multiple colors. We have yellow, we have blue, we have green, we have red. You get? Now these are different colors all together, and sometimes the problem is, let's say your image, you do a primary correction like this. Let's just push this. Most times you see after doing this, then what people do is maybe they start pushing saturation to like somewhere like this just to pop the image itself. Well, from my own research and the way I do my grade, I will show you how you can be able to do this and make this whole thing look clean, simple, and easy. Now you can see this is looking good. It's not looking bad. Yes, all the colors are popping. Now that is the aim, to pop the colors without making this whole grid look dirty. That is the whole concept. Now looking at your vetroscope here, you can actually tell that okay, colors are popping, but do we want the color to pop and spread? No. So let's go about this now. I would use one of my PowerGrades, and there's a link in the description in case you have to get a PowerGrade. It's in the description, so you can use it for your own project. So this is our PowerGrade. We have our IDT, here, and our ODT here. Now our image is back to its normal state. Now by seeing this, our image is not looking really good. So what are we going to do? Very simple and easy. What we will do now is to come to our parade. From our parade now, we could easily adjust our image. What we want to start with, our shadows. Let's say our shadows. Let's push the shadows up a little bit. Let's push our shadows up a little bit. Hold on. And back to this. Yes, our shadows are up, and maybe a little bit of our highlights, because we're not doing much today, just a proper correction for all this. Now you can see this, what we just did now is almost the same with what I showed you doing your normal basic exposure, lift, gamma, gain, and you add your saturation. Now when you do this, your image is looking popped, right? But at the same time, it's not really looking good to the eyes because all the colors are just out there. So let's even imagine that after you did this whole correction, you still had to like pop your saturation to this level, and now you have to start grading on top of this color and all that. This already is giving you a dirty grade. Just to let you know, it's giving you a dirty grade. You can see how everything, all the colors are just everywhere. So what do you do? Now this is my hack and what I do to get good proper grades. Let me show you. Now in my contrast node, when I put this on, you'll notice that the colors are down, right? Good, because I dropped my saturation. Can you see? I dropped my saturation. Now this is the style of the subtractive saturation. Having these colors desaturated to this level now gives you the power to pick colors you want to boost and the ones you want to leave normal. This is where you can now start using the 60 30 and 10 rule of color grading, where you can actually select colors you want to pop. So looking at this whole grade now, I might say let yellow be my most dominant color. Now this is where I did the HSV style of color. Now if I have done this HSV style of color when my grade is still, when my original saturation is still up, this is how it would have been looking. Can you see this? This is how it would have been looking, and this already is giving us a dirty grade. So step down the original form of the saturation, and then now in our nodes we can start picking colors we want to work with. So let's say this is red. Let me put red on back. Now this is our red, right? Let me take it off and bring it back. You can see the little change it made there. So we can decide to come back and say, oh, we want to still push our red. So I could just maybe click on the red like this and start playing with it. Can you see? Now I'm selecting the part of the red I want to pop. Now this is not bad. Let's see it on the bigger screen. Before, after. Now this is actually affecting his face. Now what can you do? One of the easiest form is to use your HSL qualifier and just make sure that part of red you are selecting is the only part you want to get. So let's try this and see until I have just that part of red, and I think I'll be okay. Okay, good. So let me open up this a little bit, and I'll blur this. I'll clean white, clean black, and maybe just the noise, just showing you what you can do. There are different ways on how we can do all this. So with this now, when I decide to keep pushing my red saturation, you notice that my reds are coming up without affecting his face. Now, one thing you need to understand is when you are color grading and you want to have selected colors, you have to learn how to select these colors and make them look clean and good. That is the only way you can have a clean form of any grade you are doing. That is the only way you can have a clean form. Now I'll put this back on. Now this side has his face, so what I'll just do, I'll just maybe select this part of his face because I don't want this part to be affected. So I'll just take it back, and let's do before after. Can you see our reds are popping out without affecting any other color? Now let's say we take this saturation back out completely. This is how it would have been looking. Can you see? This is how it would have been looking. So let's put this back on, and let's keep going. This is blue. Let's put blue back on. This is our blue. We can decide to say we don't really want to pop too much of the blues. Let's just select it and let's push it up first. You see, can you see our blues? Let's take it back. So maybe we still want to leave our blues somewhere around here, which is good. It's not bad. And what else do we want to do? We might decide to say, oh, we want to play with the hue of our blues. Can you see what we are doing? Everything we are doing here, we are trying to have a clean color. And how do you know you have a clean color? Is by looking at the skin. As long as whatsoever you are doing, you try your best not to affect the skin, you are safe. So if we come to our yellows here, you can see yellow is already kind of popped. So let's come back to yellow, and let's say since we said we want yellow to be our most dominant color, right? So we can start pushing yellow till we feel comfortable and say, oh, yellow is now popped in a way we want. Can you see the yellow in his shirt? It's looking kind of too oversaturated. What can we do? The same thing. We can select this side like this, and trust me, these are things you can track. You can track this, and everything will just look so good and clean. Now after doing this, I selected that part. Now this is clean, and once I put this on, you can see that all our colors are now kind of popping. Do we still want to pop blues? We can still pop blues if we want. Just push the saturation of our blue a little bit to this level, like this. Can you see? Now if our saturation was still normal, like the normal way it's supposed to be, without we desaturating our saturation, this is what we'll be having. The colors are looking popped, right? This is what we'll be having. The colors are looking popped, but they are kind of looking dirty to the eyes. Everything is just everywhere. But once we have this grade on, our image is already looking this clean. And with our clean node, just to help our image look even more cleaner, we have this. Can you see? Colors are being selected and they are looking clean. That first step of desaturating the whole entire digital saturation is one of the best form and best way you can come up with good selection when it comes to saturation and color grading. Well, thank you once more for coming back to this YouTube channel and watching my videos. I hope the video is helpful to you. Try this in your own grade and practice to see what you can do with this. I'll see you all in the next class. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop some comments, tell me what you want me to talk about in the next class. I'll see you all. Thank you and goodbye.